All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to break down a play that asks one of the most powerful questions in all of American literature, and it all revolves around a single insurance check. We're talking, of course, about Lorraine Hansberry's incredible A Raisin in the Sun.
Now, the title of the play, it comes directly from this really powerful line by the poet Langston Hughes. And you gotta remember this question, because it is literally the engine that drives the entire story. What happens to a dream deferred?
Okay, so let's jump in. We're going to meet the Younger family. The year is 1959, they're living in Chicago, and believe me, their lives are about to be completely turned upside down.
I mean, you really have to get this. This play was completely groundbreaking. This was the first time ever that a play by an African-American woman was on Broadway. It brought the story of a regular working-class black family. You know, their day-to-day struggles, their biggest hopes. It put all of that front and center on a Broadway stage. Just incredible.
So what kicks everything off? Well, at the very heart of their story is one single piece of mail. And this one letter is going to force every single one of their dreams and all of their conflicts right out into the open. And what is it? It's a life-changing insurance check. $10,000. That's how much it is. This is the life insurance money from their father who recently passed away. And look, for a family just struggling to make ends meet in the 1950s, this amount of money, it was just a staggering, almost unimaginable sum. A total game changer.
But here's the thing. This incredible windfall, it immediately brings up a huge question. What do you do with it? And, well, the answer is not simple at all. Why? Because everyone in this family has their own dream deferred, and it is tied directly to this cash.
And right here, this is the central conflict in a nutshell. You've got these three powerful, competing dreams just pulling the family in completely different directions. So you have the matriarch, Mama. She just wants a new house. For her, that's about stability and hope. Then there's her son, Walter Lee. He wants to buy a liquor store, because for him, that's about respect, independence. And finally, his sister, Beneatha. She wants to go to medical school. That's all about her ambition and finding her own identity. See the problem?
Okay, so with the stakes this high, it's no surprise that the family's dream, well, it immediately comes under attack. And it's coming from two sides, one from inside their own home, and another, even more sinister one, from the outside world.
So Mama makes the first move. She acts on her dream and puts a down payment on a house. Now this is a huge, bold move for the family's future, but it absolutely infuriates her son Walter. Why? Because he sees his own dream, that liquor store, just slipping right through his fingers.
So, to try and fix things, to try and heal this rift, Mama does something incredible. She entrusts Walter with the rest of the money. She tells him, put some aside for Beneatha's schooling, the rest is yours. But Walter, in this desperate gamble for his own dream, invests every last cent with let's call him a partner. And what happens? The guy vanishes. He just disappears with all the money. And just like that, it's all gone.
And right when you think things can't get any worse, when they've hit absolute rock bottom, that external threat shows up at their door. A man from their new neighborhood comes and makes this very polite offer. He says they'll buy the house back, even for a profit. But let's be real about what's happening here. The message is crystal clear, and it's a chilling look at systemic racism hiding behind polite words. A black family is not welcome here. This isn't a business deal. It's a threat.
So the money's gone, poof. Now the family is left with this impossible choice. They have only one thing left they can possibly lose: their pride.
And this is the powerful climax of the play. Walter, the man who lost everything, makes his choice. He looks that man, Lindner, right in the eye, and he rejects the offer. He finally understands that his father's real legacy wasn't a check. It was the dignity he earned, as he says, brick by brick. In this one moment, Walter reclaims not just his family's pride, but his own. It's an incredible scene.
So, where does that leave us? What does this ending really tell us about that question we started with from Langston Hughes? What actually happens to a dream defer?
You know, the play doesn't give you a simple, neat, happy ending. Not at all. The Youngers still have no money, and they're about to move into a neighborhood that has made it clear they are not welcome. But they are moving forward, and they're doing it together. They chose unity and self-respect over an easy payout. And in making that incredibly difficult choice, that's where they find their real strength.
And if you're looking for one single thing that symbolizes all of this, all their resilience, it's gotta be Mama's Little Plant.
It's this struggling thing that barely gets enough light in their tiny apartment, but she never ever stops taking care of it. It's all about her unwavering hope for something better, for growth. And it's so telling that the very last thing she does before leaving that apartment for good, she turns around and goes back for that plant. She's not leaving it behind.
So it leaves us with this final question, right? What does it really take to keep a dream alive? In the end, A Raisin in the Sun gives us this profound answer. It's not about a $10,000 check. It's about courage. It's about love. It's about dignity. Those are the things that allow a dream and a family to endure, even when it's deferred, and especially when it feels like it's drying up in the sun.